In this part of the course, we are going to explain what malware is and also understand why ransomware is so dangerous. Two very common and serious threats in today's digital world. Malware, which stands for malicious software, is any type of software created with the intention of damaging your computer, taking advantage of it, or stealing your personal information. It can do many harmful things, such as stealing sensitive data, deleting your files, downloading additional malware, or even completely locking you out of your own device. That is why it is so important to be careful about what you download and which links you click on. Malware can appear in many different forms. First, we have viruses, which spread from one computer to another through data storage devices and damage your files. There are also worms, which replicate themselves and spread across entire networks. Then we have trojans, or Trojan horses, which disguise themselves as legitimate or useful programs to trick you into installing them. A common example is cracked software that removes license or serial number controls from operating systems or applications. There is also spyware, which, as the name suggests, spies on your activities and steals personal, financial, and corporate data. Another well-known type of malware is ransomware, which blocks access to your computer or your information and demands money to restore it. And finally, there are rootkits, which hide deep within the operating system to avoid detection. There are many more types of malware, but the ones we have mentioned are among the most common. Among all these threats, ransomware is especially dangerous. This type of malicious software encrypts or locks your files and can even paralyze an entire network of computers. Then, the attacker demands a ransom payment, usually in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, in exchange for restoring access. But here is the worst part. Even if you pay, there is no guarantee that you will get your data back. In many cases, the money is lost and the files remain inaccessible forever. For example, here we can see one of the most famous ransomware attacks in history, CryptoLocker. As you can see, this malware encrypts files using the RSA 4096-bit algorithm, which is an extremely strong encryption method that makes data recovery practically impossible, even for security experts. It also demanded a payment of 0.5 bitcoins to recover the information. Now, attackers usually spread ransomware in several ways. Sometimes they send emails with attachments that appear legitimate, but once opened, they infect your system. In other cases, simply visiting a compromised website can trigger an automatic malware download. They also use fake online advertisements that install ransomware with just one click. Understanding how ransomware spreads is very important so you can take the necessary precautions to protect yourself. Additionally, I would like to share some recommendations to help you stay better protected. First, always keep your devices up to date. Enable automatic updates for your operating system, browser, and all the applications you use. Each update fixes vulnerabilities that cybercriminals could exploit. Second, use a good antivirus or anti-malware solution. These programs scan your system, block threats, and remove malicious files. Make sure it is configured to update automatically so you always have the latest protections. It is also very important to have a firewall, which acts like a digital security guard. It controls the traffic entering and leaving your network and only allows what is safe. In recent versions of Windows, the firewall is enabled by default, and on macOS you can easily activate it from the system settings. You can also purchase specialized firewall software that provides more advanced features. Another key measure is backing up your data. Remember, no one is immune to losing files due to malware, technical failures, or simple mistakes. Backups, whether in the cloud, on an external drive, or through automatic backup services, can save you when something goes wrong. If you ever become a victim of ransomware, having an up-to-date backup can mean the difference between recovering everything or losing everything. In addition, encrypting your disk is a powerful way to protect your data. Encryption converts your information into a code that can only be read with a special key. On Windows, you can use BitLocker, and on macOS there is a built-in tool called FileVault. Activating them is simple and adds an extra layer of protection against theft or unauthorized access. In summary, always keep your devices updated. Use a good antivirus solution, enable the firewall on your operating system, back up your data regularly, and as an additional option, encrypting your disk can be a powerful way to protect your information. Remember, malware and ransomware are becoming more sophisticated every day, but we also have better tools to defend ourselves. Small actions like the ones mentioned in this video can help protect your information and prevent major digital disasters.